I'm muted. I'm fucking muted. Jim, God damn it. Let me reread this chat. This is from Metokur. Metokur, if I was Asian and gay. He said, what is it? Metokur says, 45 minutes. I think this might be my fault, chat. Hashtag buy a hat. I wish him a million bathroom breaks. It looks like he took it literally. Yeah. Yeah, dude. God damn it. You guys can see I'm fucking tossed. This is great. This is how streaming should be. Everybody's mad if you stream drunk. You know, the one person who's not mad ever on the internet is Metokur. If you stream drunk, he's very happy. So Jim is the longest piss on record. Metokur, I wasn't pissing. Look, it was my time of the month. I had my period. I bled. I recovered. I took Midol in the middle of it. And then here I am. Here I am, my brother. Tell me more about COVID masks. God damn it, you sick fuck. Why don't you ask Minnesotans for help? Jim's out here. He's like, look, my immune system is like a 12-year-old boy at a Catholic church during COVID. Please don't fucking COPD me to death. And I'm like, Jim, God damn it. Let me get your death interview. All I want to do is to make all the money on earth off of your death. God damn it. I don't care if you live or die. You're like an anime dungeon or whatever. With all sorts of hentai in it. All of us would do that. All of us would do that. Except we would never admit it. We would just put it on your supple, leprosy riddled shoulders. Where your arm fell off. Your arm fell off. Like, I know you're mid-jerk, but your arm, like the leprosy pervaded your shoulder, your arm fell off. You wouldn't have to try as hard on my shoulders, don't get me wrong. And like falling down, like forearm and upper arm or whatever, that just did it. That just did it. And I know, but like the leprosy severed to that. I would crowdfund every amount of hat I can to just get your leprosy riddled arm back on your supple Detroit transgender youth at a camp's body. Also Jewish. Just kidding, Jim. I'm literally just kidding. Honestly, I don't give a shit who fucking makes fun of me. I really don't. I hope you live a million more milliseconds or whatever. Dude, seriously, get healthy. Do what you need to do to get healthy. I don't fucking care about this internet shit. It's so stupid. Get what you need to do to get healthy. You're in Minnesota. You're dealing with the same communism as I am. Now on to me, because Jim is an unimportant little faggot wallowing over there like, oh, I'm dying. I've got terminal illnesses or whatever. Like, yeah, that's good. Would you die already so we can grift off your death? Oh, I'm going to do my Metokur stream where I make fun of somebody for 24 hours. Like, Jim, will you just die already? Will you just die? Please, dear Christ. Let me tell the world how Black Lagoon is the same as Andy Worski looking to PPP's asshole. Like, will you just do that? And I can cough like 3 times an hour for you? Or what? I have cancer rates. Like, I could just do that. I have a wife named Jade or what? I don't even know. The Jade thing always makes me laugh because I think of the Charles Bronson movies where he hates Asians. So I'm like, yeah, every woman in those movies are named Jade. Why wouldn't Metokur be married to Jade? I don't know. But legitimately, please live. Please. Please live so we can throw you off a snow-covered balcony next year. You can die or whatever. I don't care. Like, I'll throw you into Tim Walz's butthole. Or Jacob Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis. Do you know what I'd pay? Jim, please. Pretend to be a child. So I can donate to Make-A-Wish. Just to have you learn black people dancing from Jacob Frey and record it. That's all I want to do. My life is literally, I want to watch you learn from Mayor Jacob Frey how to dance like black people. And I want Jacob Frey to learn from you how to not get raped by a gay Cuban. I don't know if I want to pretend to be a child with Vito and chat. Oh my God. No, you can't be a child with Vito and chat. Vito is barred from this chat. He cannot be within 500 internets of this chat. Because if he does, he might find a minor. And if Vito finds a minor on the internet, he literally fucks the CD-ROM drive because he doesn't have a new computer. He fucks the CD-ROM drive until his dick runs Jewish and it circumcises him again. I did this wrong. There's no innocence here and you know it. Jim's basically a baby. Nick, what the fuck are you talking about? Vito being a pedophile, Monograph being a pedophile, Metokur being dead from cancer AIDS, Legal Vices being Korean. How is this hard? You've been like, did you piss out your bladder? No, I only pissed for a very short amount of time. What I did the rest of the time is between me and you. Metokur, you want to come on? We come on my face or whatever? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. God damn it. I hate these fucking Korean chat stuff. Why don't you just give us sushi? What would Koreans call sushi if they were Japanese? Sushi. Oh my God. Everybody's fucking losing their minds. It's okay. Guys, I'm fine. Oh my goodness. Jim, by the way, how long do you have left to live, Jim? Seriously, I want to know. Because I've had this dream of going to your house, just sitting outside, like petting your roses or whatever. Do you have flowers? I don't know. Where you live doesn't beget flowers. Petting your whatever your perennials are. Then your perineum. Like, oh God, Jim, I just want you to live through this. Will you please have an enlarged prostate, but then get over it? And you're like, no, Nick, I can't. COVID has got me. I called government at first. I told them that COVID was going to kill millions of people. And then it did. And I'm like, Jim, the elderly aren't people. Neither are blacks. And you're like, no, but that's who they killed. So it killed old people and black people. I'm like, well, there aren't old black people, so those are white people. And then he killed black people. And you're like, I'm like, Jim, why are you so scared? And you're like, I have COPD of the vagina or whatever. And I just don't want to die from Governor Tim Walz. Jim, I will protect you. I will put my mouth, buttocks, whatever it is, over your fragile, sensitive vagina. I'll save you from that. But your skin isn't going to give you COVID, and I didn't have COVID. What am I? Jewish? I don't have COVID. Come to your house, sit around in your front yard until you come out because you can't stop me anymore. I'm just sitting there meditating over tea or whatever. Like, Jim will come. If I don't build it, Jim will come. You come out and you're like, what are you going to build there, champ? I'm like, I don't know, slugger. Can I call you slugger? Because I think I'm older than you. But if I'm not, you look younger than me because you look like you're dying. I want to build a movie theater for you, Jim, to just play Charlie Brown movies for the rest of your life. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 minutes. I want that to happen. And we just have us have a good time. Why is it so hard? You're like, but I'm in St. Louis Park. You're not. I know. That's a joke. I'm in St. Louis Park. That's where all the Jews are. Like, Jim, how much gold do you have? He's like, enough to mortgage 12 houses. But because they're Jews, 24 houses. 3.5% to maybe 12%. Jim, don't do it. Instead, I need you to go. I need you to go to the Mayo Clinic. Hand him a jar of Hellman's and say, please, gentlemen, save me. Save me. Here's Hellman's. Put it on the back of the bread. Put it on a sandwich. Put it on, oh God, put it on a soup. Chicken wings. I don't care. I just need the Hellman's mayonnaise to keep me sustained. Jim, I'm kidding. Seriously, dude. Get well. Have fun. Make fun of me all you want. I don't care. I love you, man. You introduced me to Monograph. You cost me all this money. You're the fucking guy who did this to me. I will forever never forgive you. Like when you finally die and they bury you in the ground, I'm going to go find your corpse. I'm going to dig you out. I'm going to donate you to the U of M. And I'm going to say, oh no, this is a Muslim whose suicide vest didn't go off. Can we put it back on him and send him into Israel? And we will FedEx that motherfucker to Israel. His name will be Muhammad Allah, who, I don't know, Boba Tea or whatever. I'll put the vest on him. Say, go in peace. Find your 72 virgins. And that man will flow right into Israel. He will blow up in town square. He'll kill probably 2 or 3 Jews. No Jewish women because they keep them for the calendars. They don't put them on the front lines. And then, only then will he go back to Muslim heaven. He will find, oh my God, 72 World of Warcraft players. And all of them play Warlock. And they're all like, please, 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 don't bend me over. Keep me standing. Because that's how I like it. And Jim will be like, why is I didn't do the suicide bombing. And I'll call hell myself. And I'll be like, hey, by the way, Jim, I did this. I did this to you. But I'll buy a hat. I'm kidding. God damn it. Bob Smith says, Nick, I don't care how drunk. I don't care how drunk he is. Who gives a fuck? Nick said, buy 2 hats. Do you have one that comes in yarmulke? I need that for my circumcised penis. Literally, the chat doesn't know. You do know. I love Metokur. He's a guy who grew up watching. I was 30. Like, because we don't grow up in our teens anymore. We grow up when we're 30 or whatever. And Jim's out here making fun of people. And I'm like, oh, God, I used to make fun of people too. I can do this. He's doing that. And now Jim's making fun of me. And I'm like, God damn it. He's right. Good. I'm going to keep doing it because I want more. I want him to stay alive. I want him to like do that thing where he travels around the mall and they have that treadmill. They have the black guy running on it. They're like, see if you can keep up with the black guy. And the police officers get on there and they just fall over and over. But like the one Mexican gets on there, the black guy has a green card in his hand. The Mexican overtakes him every time. He's like, oh, I will shingle your roof or whatever. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. And he just chases him down. I want Jim to have one of those with his wheelchair with Bill Gates, like where he's sitting on Bill Gates' lap, just like rolling 12 miles an hour. He's like, I've got super buff arms. I don't. Jim's arms are way better than mine. And then you think about it and you're like, oh my God. If this man were in Hiroshima, he would need a fucking handicap ramp to survival. They didn't even have those. They flash images of Japos on the wall. They put them into dust and made them into pudding for Dr. Phil or whatever. You're like, oh God, what would Jim have done there? Like, no, he wouldn't have done that. He would have been FDR. No, he would have been an American president in his wheelchair. Would have rolled up. And then he would have died and left it to Eisenhower to solve the goddamn problem of the Japanese. Eisenhower created anime, Jim. You didn't. Why? Why'd you lie to me? Why'd you lie? You said you created anime. You're watching these big titty anime bitches. No. You created the interstate highway system. You created legal drinking age of 21. You created everything wrong with America. You tried to give it to FDR, but it was Eisenhower. Eisenhower's you. Like, oh, I have a wheelchair too. No, you didn't. You didn't, Jim. You didn't have a wheelchair. You had internet access and a time machine, and you went back. You dropped the bomb on the Japanese. Thank you, by the way. You should have done more. But you didn't. Instead, you left karaoke bars, sushi. What the fuck is wrong with you? Big booty bitches like knocking themselves, like animated ones, because no Japanese women have an ass. They don't have an ass because they don't matter, because Japanese men just want a hand. Hand up, hand out, just like communists. They're like, oh, wait, I can do this. And then their hand becomes a futanari. Have you seen? I know you know this. Their hand, a slit opens up here, like in Vampire Hunter D, and instead of a mouth, an intelligible conversation, a giant black cock comes out, and they're like, this is Elizabeth Warren. Then they die fucking themselves. And you're like, no, this is good. I'm like, Jim, no. Why would you create anime? No, please nuke them again. Please nuke the Japanese again. Just tell them it's a campfire. They're like, what? We don't like a campfire. I'm like, no. Keep your paper wall, rice paper. It's even worse. Keep your rice paper wall structures. I hope your government buildings are rice paper too. The North Koreans at least learn how to use concrete. But again, ask the Chinese how you give birth. They'll tell you the men behind the sun, right? Or whatever. They'll bind your legs and they'll call the baby retarded because it looks Vietnamese. And they will just kill you. And no, you sit there and you're like, no, we want to create anime. We'll create Japan. Japan will be better with anime and Tom Cruise. Like, stop. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Remember that rollerball movie where James Caan killed Japanese people with his bare fucking hands? That's what we need. That would stop anime. A nuke doesn't stop anime. Bare fucking hands of James Caan, he'll kill every anime motherfucker on the planet. He can team up with Charlie Bronson in Kinjite. He's like, I don't need your kimono wearing motherfucking slant-eyed asses out there. Kill yourselves. I'm making fried rice the Chinese way. I'm like, Charlie Bronson, what are you doing? Like, that's like Charlize Theron, monster. You're weird. You're ugly. You look like a man. And I'm like, oh yeah, Charlie Bronson did this. He had a rope. But he didn't use it. He didn't need to. He had Fukushima. And he's like, I'm going to send radioactive water. I'm going to send radioactive water to your house. Charles Bronson. And then by then, it was a battle of the egos. We know who won. None of them. Benjamin, the Dream Wizard, says, grifting off Metokur's death. Chef's kiss. No, I'm grifting off of the possibility that Metokur will die. If this motherfucker was at Niagara Falls with me, I wouldn't push him off the fucking cliff. That'd be really weird. I would push him into Canada and Trudeau would kill him with COVID up his butthole. And I would absolutely do it. Jim, if you and I were at Niagara Falls, I would demand a hand job first, but I would shove your ass into Canada. Like, hey, Justin, son of Fidel, will you please come down here and rid me of this problem? He's like, what can I do, my black brother? I'm like, I've done blackface as hard as you. Like, there's a guy here who's never done blackface. You know why? Why? Because he's in a wheelchair and it doesn't have rims. It doesn't have rims, Justin. He's like, oh my God, I got to get the Negro police on this. A bunch of like weird Latino and Filipino Canadians come down. Like, we don't have blacks here in Canada. Blacks aren't welcome here because they steal bikes and we like to ride bikes in the mountains. But we do have Filipinos. We do have Latinos, probably some Chinese, and maybe a Dominican or two when we need a knife. You're fucked, Jim. Jim's sitting there like, wait, no, he doesn't have arms. His arms do math. Metokur says they'd force me to use the maid thing. I think that's what the Canucks call it when they in their healthcare. Yeah. Yes. They're like, oh, sorry. We have an option to beat your cancer. And you're like, oh, what is it? And they're like, well, it's death. What do you mean? That doesn't sound right. And they're like, no, it's fine. Like, well, what method do you use? Do you like a lethal injection where it feels good and then I die like slowly in my sleep? No, we don't do ketamine here. That's all for Elon Musk and his butthole. You don't get ketamine. What are you? Are you even in Silicon Valley? And you're like, I'm going to show you my Silicon Valley. It's been repaired so I can sit in this chair. They're like, no. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to put ketamine in your mouth, then one of your viewers in your mouth, and we're going to put a gun in your vagina and pull the trigger until you're dead. You're like, that doesn't sound pleasant. Like, it's not pleasant. It's free speech, bitch. The Canadian way. But Canadians don't do anything. They pull the trigger on themselves. You know they do. But closest, God damn it. Jim, why are you doing this to me? I hate you. Metokur says, so are you free to stream how you want on YouTube or Rumble? So forcing you the whole switch over. No, I get to choose what I want. Not used to seeing you over here for extended streams. No, that was one of the goals of my renegotiation was like, I don't want to be as fucking controlled on that. I don't think the switch to Rumble is good. If I want to start a show on YouTube, I kind of want to end a show on YouTube. And by end a show, I mean someone else's show. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have the show on YouTube the whole time. I do the Rumble flip. I don't have to. I'm getting a feel for it, but whatever. But yeah, man. No, it's good. Jim, though, if you ever want to like have me on the show, make fun of me, I don't care. I literally just want to hold your hand while you pass on into the Neverwinter or whatever. Like tentacle porn? Come on, Jim. Don't do tentacles into that good night. I have seen writhing, squiggling things go off into that good night. No, I don't want that for you. I want you to kill baby seals and boogies or whatever. ATF agents. Anyway, man, I legitimately, please don't invite me on. I'll just be drunk and stupid. Please don't invite me on, but hear this. Jim, get healthy as you fucking can. And I'll meet you at the gayest breakfast place in Minnesota. We can have mimosas if your constitution can handle it. And then I'll make you eggs. We won't buy eggs at the buffet because that's really gay. But I'll make you eggs at your house or whatever. Just the whites, though. Jim says, you can hold my hand. You'll have to buy a hat first. Priorities, after all. I'll buy every hat you've ever sold. Okay. I fucking hate the internet because I'm sitting here going, God damn it. You're like, I'm using Jim. I'm like, I just want Metokur to live so you can make fun of me. I'll do stupid stuff just so we can live. God damn it. Ah! Please, Jim, live. You're like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic, except you're not chasing Kate Winslet. You're chasing the fucking loser rich guy's hat. No, don't throw that off. It's like, well, Kate Winslet has titties and a vagina that you were just drawing. You're like, I don't care. I'm going to jump in the ice cold water. I'm like, there's a door. You fit on top of her, the door, and the hat. You're like, no, I'm going to fuck the hat in the ocean while I'm freezing to death. I'm like, well, that's 2020 for you. I know Jim is still there talking about the weatherman, the fucking COVID's like, COVID's going to kill us all. It's like, no, only old people, and who cares about them? Why do you mind? And he's like, I have COPD, and he dies. And then if fucking AI takes over his stupid goddamn YouTube account, he's posting my channel. He's like, no, I'll talk to you. Jim, you won't. You're dead. I went to your funeral. I teabagged your corpse. Boogie put his saliva on my balls to put in your mouth while you were dead. You didn't even care. You didn't care. I've got a problem. The problem is urination. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. That is the problem. I'll be right back. 4 minutes or so. Less, I hope. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? So much urine. So much urine. That's what you have to learn. When you're old, you don't pee more. When you drink whiskey, you pee a shitload. That's all. That's all. Jim, I don't know if you know this, but there's a guy who made shirts with you and your alleged picture on the back. On the back because the Bears liked him or whatever. Patio furniture. Made these sweatshirts, his hoodie. It's got pockets in the front because people use pockets on shirts. I don't know why, like calculus students and or whatever. Use pockets on the front of their shirts. But it had Metokur shirts that he made from the Knoxville Knockout back when Chef Red Pill was still alive. Coach, he wasn't his chef. Coach Red Pill. Chef Red Pill would be cooler. Coach was alive. Ralph and Dick and Coach were all friends. I was there. Andy Worski was still doing cocaine. And we're like, this is funny. And Tonka still couldn't walk. Just like was in 4th grade or whatever. Didn't Andy wear one during the boxing match? Yes, it's white. It's who white? It's so white when I wear one of those hoodies and I go to Chicago, I just kneel on black people all the time. So I do. Anyway, I tried to find it. I tried to find my white nationalist Metokur Fuentes hoodie, and I didn't have it in my closet. What am I, Eminem? Like I used to have cool stuff in my closet, and now all I have is woke bullshit. I talk to Lady Raggers. I'm like, what the fuck? Where's my white hoodie? She's like, you wore a white hoodie? I don't know, maybe. I was in Tennessee. I don't know what I did. Like, I don't know where it is. So you're like, oh God. I just wanted to back my friend Jim. He can't do it because he doesn't have back skin or muscle or skeletal structure. All he has is an iron lung, an iron kidney, and 3 iron Jews to circumcise, mouth fuck him every day. He just won't live. And I'm like, God damn it. Jim, no, you can pull out of this. Please pull out of the Jewish mouth. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, Jim. Please, God, please don't make fun of me. Not the peeing lawyer song. I'm not peeing again. Nice try, Nick. Metokur and Fuentes. Nah, not now. Dude, I love that. I watched the Metokur Fuentes thing. I tried to be on Fuentes' side. I was really mad at Jim. Jim, I went right behind you in high school, and you took the Italian dunkers. I know he knows that those aren't, even though he grew up with all the Jews in St. Jewish Park or whatever. He took the Italian dunkers, and I'm like, Jim, no! I have to buy a Red Baron pizza. God damn it. But one day I beat him to the Italian dunkers. Shitty marinara sauce. You're from Ragu or whatever. So you get the Ragu, and then you add in this week's abortion from the high school sluts. Like that's, you blend those up and you pour them into Ragu. And they're like, oh yeah, this will serve all the kids. And it would. And then you're like, noodles, what are those? And they're like, we don't care what those are. We have nondescript meat product to put in this sauce thing. Oh God, I love public schools. But then next week you're like, Italian dunkers, yes! You're happy about it every time. You know why? Because it's not the country fried steak. It's not a Red Baron pizza that you got because you were too embarrassed to buy anything else. Do you know what it's like? You fucking losers don't even know what it's like. Yeah, public schools are bad food. You don't even know. Know what you get when you combine government with Scandinavia? You get Scandinavia. Scandinavian food is like Auschwitz for a T-Rex. I'm biting this, but it's just bones. It's just bones. It's bones and dust. Some of this tastes weird. It's like, well, that's the seasoning. What's the seasoning? Zyklon. Like, no! Scandinavian food isn't good. Like their signature dish is lutefisk. That's where they take a fish, they put it in a jar of poison. And they take it out of that jar of poison, put it into another jar of poison. They take it out of that and they give it a shower, something Ed Norton hasn't seen in 12 years, ever since the last time he was with Kevin Spacey. And then they're like, oh yeah, we washed the poison off. Now eat it. And then the Norwegians are like, oh, this is good, yeah. And then they give it to the Dutch because the Dutch are retarded. Can't even spell Danish. If they spelled Danish, they'd have to make a donut. If they made a donut, they'd be Vietnamese. But they're not Vietnamese because they haven't defeated communism in their own minds. They just loved communism from the start. So they go, oh, yeah, we'll make that donut, yeah. And they make a donut, and you're like, what is this shit? They're like, it's a donut. It's like, no, that's a cake in a circle. I want a donut. I want an illegal border crosser, but not a garden one. I want a fucking swimmer from Asia to get here. I want them to bad drive and run over some of the Mexicans on the way. I want them to get here, with them to make my goddamn donut. And we go, oh, you're Chinese or whatever. And they go, oh, no, I buy it Vietnamese. Like, why did we save you? Saigon belonged to us and we just gave it away to your enemies. Why are you even here? You should have gone to Saigon and died with dignity. Like, no, we make donuts. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's cool. And you're in Houston, Texas. So you have donuts. You have black people, but they're all at the dialysis center, which is literally next door. And all their single kids, and well, they're single moms, single kids. The kids are definitely dating. They're 6. The single moms are at the dialysis center, and all their kids are the fucking daycare that I went to. I went to that daycare. It's America's Choice Daycare, West Gulf Bank in Little York, by the way. Look it up. All you want. It's great. And then you're like, why do I have less representation in my vote? We couldn't vote yet. We were children. Why do I have less representation in kickball than the Indian kids? One of them is a sniper. I didn't even know what to do with her. I didn't know they respected women. I wanted to tie her to a bed and light her on fire like every other Indian man. Bobs and vagine are all that matters. Everything else is just embers and ashes of a bed. And then I'm like looking at the other fucking Indian kid. And I'm like, how is math so easy for you? Why is that? He goes, oh, because my name means garbage. And the only thing I can do is climb the economic ladder. But if I can't detail what the ladder means, I don't know how to climb it. Like, are you that guy from Slumdog Millionaire? He goes, yes. It'll be released in 15 years. Please watch it. I won't. Slumdog Millionaire is like the movie Alive. Like, oh, there's a soccer team crash on a mountain. I hope they eat each other and die. Slumdog Millionaire, I'm like, I hope he dies too. Same movie. So here we are. I'm like, Metokur, why don't you just die in front of all the Asians and you can at least eat garden animals or house animals or whatever? He's like, no, I'll die on my own terms. But you talk too much, Jim. Make hats, you make souffles or whatever, like a French faggot. You're sitting out here like, we will make a souffle out of a Jim's speech. So we need tarragon and saffron. And like Jeff Garipe cooks his wife better than you can. And everything I know in this world is that Rumble should have given you a contract that says this is like a reverse mortgage. But we're not taking the home from your kids. We're taking the home from your wife in the hopes that she doesn't parallel park it in the Pacific Ocean. Metokur says, iPad touch are long. I can't imagine how many electronics kids would end up destroying by just using them. Jim, 5 children. Pretend they're all rich. You know, like billionaire. They're not, but pretend they're all billionaire rich because they're children and children are stupid. So what they do is they're like, oh yeah, I can have another one. Like when Leonardo DiCaprio looks at a Victoria's Secret model, he's like, yeah, I got one. I can have another. Your kids look at your iPad, their iPads. They're their iPads that they're ruining. You go, yeah, I can fix this. No, you can't. You're talking about you can't fix this. No, I can. Jesus Christ. No. Let me find Jim here. Hold on. I'll find it. Have you sucked up at Jim? Jim says, I guess I'm behind on the lore. No clue who Aaron is. I just want to know where you are keeping that secret copy of Coach Fred Pill's great novel and when you're releasing that lost media to the internet. Jim, so here's the honest truth on that. Wilshire Boulevard. I got an early review copy of the PDF. Wilshire put a PDF. I don't know if it's a PDF Coach Red Pill, I don't know if he's a PDF, but I don't know if Wilshire Boulevard was a PDF. All I know is I opened it. Like, oh, a woman golfing. Why would I watch this? And I keep reading. I'm like, oh, yeah, a man out golfs her. Oh, it's her dad. She's mad about Milagro Tortilla. That's tequila. Why are you mad about this? Please stop drinking. She goes fucking livid. She goes nuts. She's like, I want to buy this pico de gallo. And she's putting chains and tomatoes in my soup. Like, will you stop doing that? I want to dip corn chips in this. Corn chips come from Americans. You know why? Because Mexicans can't spell corn. All they can spell is repair. And all I want is these kernels. I want to scoop these things off from 4th of July. You're going to be there. Put them in the fucking kernels. She can't. Like, oh my God. So Lady Rackets, me, just us. It's a joke. We're sitting here going, why are people like this? Just give me fucking classic cars. Just give me fucking food. Just give me tacos, nachos, whatever you need. If you tell me I'm going to a thing, I need to have liquor. I need to have food to counteract the liquor. Metokur says, lol. Mr. Ruby Elf says, release the book. We don't want to hear it. Slosh summary. I'm not giving you a slosh summary. I'm giving you. Wait, I'll give you this. This isn't a slosh summary. Every protagonist in Coach Red Pill's book is an American woman. Every single one. The best, most prominent characters in Red Pill's book are women, of course. When I criticized them, all I said was, hey, Coach, these don't sound like women at all. What they sound like is that bartender who made fun of you threw in the face of. That's what they sound like. That's it. I didn't send him a copy of the document or anything else. I'm going to try and find it. Musashi says, trust fund kid really fell off the tree far away to rot. Again, trust fund thing. None of the people who have ever claimed I'm a trust fund person have ever seen my bank statement. Metokur says, I know he isn't a trust fund kid where he would have bought at least 3 hats. Jim, I don't even buy hats. I just look for homeless people on fentanyl and call the cops. And I wait for them to go kneel in their necks because we're in Minnesota. Please, homeless people are black. Why would you let those in a house? Homeless? I know they aren't white because those could just go on the wall with the clever painting schemes. Latino? I know they're not homeless. Those go in the garden. Like those little gnomes or whatever. You know, little Pedro walking around. He's like, I will rake your garden. It's like there's nothing in there to rake. I did not say rake. You know what I mean? I say rat. Like, Pedro, no! Don't talk to Malia Obama like that. And then finally, they're like, no, go do whatever. Don't do anything I suggest to do anything else. Dude, it's not about that. It doesn't matter. It's all silliness. I don't know. Metokur says, is that an Xbox refrigerator on the back table? Lol. Yes, from Target. It looks like one blurred out. Yeah, it is. I've tried to get my dick in the slot. It doesn't work, Jim.